Sunday evening in Beijing, and Huang Chong wants to play a video game. But she can't, by government decree. New rules in China mean that under-18s are only allowed to play 3 hours of online games per week, at specified times, 8 to 9 p.m. on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays.
I think the ban for minors is like banning smoking, drinking and playing mahjong for adults. My friends send me messages to complain about the ban, that they only have Fridays and weekends to play 1 hour and that they couldn't socialise with their e-gaming friends.
The rules have been introduced to curb video gaming addiction. Huang Chong says she doesn't have a problem with gaming. Her father disagrees and is thankful for the state's intervention.
I tried to persuade her to give up the phone, but when she's already lost in it, she feels happy. As parents, we need help from the outside, from teachers, from government policies.
But video games are just one part of a new campaign by the Chinese Communist Party to reassert its dominance over culture and society. The perceived hedonism of the last 20 years, you could also call it letting people do what they want, is being replaced by an emphasis on proper socialist values. Film stars have been berated by the government for promoting what they call fake, ugly and evil values. And the country's TV regulator has banned what it calls effeminate men from appearing on screens, using the offensive term sissy boys to describe them in its official announcement. Activist Lu Ruihuai's group gives information and support to parents whose children have come out as gay.
Many people use sissy boys as an aggressive and derogatory word to label people who are not heterosexual or do not have the typical and traditional sex relations. And I think the policy negatively affects the young LGBT people who haven't come out yet.
It is an all-out effort by the party to reshape culture and society in its own image. Back in Beijing, government-sanctioned playtime is over. But there are ways around the system.
Many people use adults' phones to log into games, but we're smarter. We climb over the firewall. It takes risk to climb over the firewall and it's illegal. Few people succeed.
Teenagers now find themselves in a skirmish against the state. And, knowing teenagers, you wouldn't necessarily bet on the state to win. Tom Cheshire, Sky News, Shanghai.